Hi, my name is Noella Mitzwing. I am from Loon Lake, Saskatchewan. I will be doing the Plains Cree translation for the Woman, Peace and Security 8 statements. Thank you. Bye.
So number one is increase the number of women making decisions about preventing and ending war. So the way we would say increase the number would be akamti patigok, because we don't have words in Cree to represent this. The way we would say it is akamti patigok. A woman would be iskwiwak. Making decisions would be kataswichikichik. So those would be, again, that would be a word where they're making decisions, meeting about it and stuff like that, because there's no really word for making decisions, but we would say that about would be danse uma, preventing kakui naginama, ikwa is end, namuya ewa kanutinto would be ending war. Akamti pati gok iskuiwak kataswichikichik tansuma kakwinaginama ikwa namuya ewak kanutinto. Just ignore that. So here's sentence number 2. Make sure that people in charge of keeping communities safe are educated on how to respect and work with women. Again, I've made arrows to try and represent it in the Plains Cree language. So, kakui kichinahuk in our language means to go make sure. Uke would be the, a sinuwak are people. Again, this was the one I kept having to change because in charge of keeping communities safe, again, we don't have words to represent that, but the way we would say it is Kapmpetachik utaskiwawa would mean the people that run and look after their communities. So that's what that means in our language. Are educated kiskinawamachik on how would be danse uma, to respect is kakisi machik equa dance. So to work, kita to schematic. With woman would be isquiwak. Kakui kichinaho uke a sinuak kapbeitachik utaskiwawa kiskinwamachik dance uma kakisi chimachik equa dance kisi atuskimachik isquiwak. So when people are negotiate, when people, I translated that to ayamana a sinuwak. So again, that means when people are negotiating. Again, we didn't have a word for negotiating, but we say meeting would be kamamukchik. So again, it kind of means the same thing, but kamamukchik. To end, kinaginamik, to end. War is kapinutinto. Make sure is kakui kichinahok. Again, some of these words I kind of tried to stay the same as the other sentences. They think about kamamtinita kik, the special needs of. So this is where tansi suma kaisipimatsichik. So it's the way people live, because we didn't have a word for special needs. It's the way their lifestyles, of the way how people live is the way we would say the different styles of living. For example, woman is isquiwak, and girls is ikwa, isquisak, and ikamina, involved is tipuas. Again, we don't really have a word for involved, So the way I said it was dipwa. So you're gonna call them, get them involved would be kind of the way I would say it. Them would be ayamina in making important decisions. Again, we don't have a word for some of these, for example, important, we say kakichi. So kakichi, kataswichi. So again, that would be in making important decisions. Ayamana, ay siniwak, ka mamopichik, ka naganakik, ka punutinto, ka wi kichinahok, ka mam tunitakik, kansise, pimatsichik, esquiwak, ikwa esquisak, ikwa mina, pipuas, ayamana, ka kichi, ka taswichi. This is number 4. During war, protect women and girls, especially from rape. So during the war, kami kwanutin tumana. So to protect would be naka team. Woman is isquiwak and ikwa. Girls are isquisak and especially wawis from. Again, we don't have a word, and it depends on the way the sentence is, the meaning is. I didn't want to take it away. So again, I kind of put in brackets over here, the way this, what the Cree word means, no one. Namawiyak, so from would be, because we don't have that word, this would be the one that would kind of represent from, was namawiyak. So rape, katasi kuak, to bother them. Again, there was no word for this in our Plains Cree. The way we would say it is katasi kuak. So that means to bother them. But I still, again, trying to keep with the meaning of the sentence. Kami kwanutin tu uma nakatim isquiwak ikwa isquisak wawis namawiyak katasika kuchik. So number 5 in English, make sure that anyone who raped someone during war faces justice. So make sure that. So kakwi kakichinaho. Anyone would be awiyak who raped kamustachi kawat. Someone would be awiya. During is kamikwa. War again is nutinto. Faces justice. Kia kaya kapaspio. Again, this word, we don't have the word justice, but we would say it kaya kapaspio, not to get away with it, for example. Kakwi kichinaho, awiyak, kamustachi gawat, awiya, kamigwa nutinto, kaya kapaspio. Okay, so number 6. The English again is, when supporting fighters coming back from war, think about the different needs of men, women, and their children. When supporting, ayamana, kapi, sitas katuchik. So again, we don't have a word for supporting, but how we would help in, well, I guess it kind of represents the same meaning though. Supporting would be kasitas katuchik is working together. So when supporting fighters, I said unutinkiwak, so fighters coming back, kapiwainuichik from uche, war, kanutinto. Again, we don't have a word for war, so we say kanutinto. Think about mamtunimuik, the different needs. Again, this is where different needs or special needs, we don't have those specific words, so I had to try and keep it with the same meaning. Pitus, tansise, pisipimatsichik. Of men, napiwak, woman, isquiwak, and ikwa, their children, utwasim suwawa. Ayamana ka si taskatuchik, unutingiwak, kapi winewichik, uchik anutinto, mam tuni tamuk, pitus tansisi sipimatsichik, napiwak, isquiwak, ikwa, utwasim suwawa. So number 7, the English word, the sentence is, when the most important decision makers are making plans about war and peace, make sure they listen to many women in the community. Ayamana, so when the most, so that kind of represents that ayamana. Important decision makers, again, we don't have words to represent important decision makers. Usually we call them all uniganiwak, so our leaders, the people who make these big decisions, for example, are making plans. Kamamiskutake, about is uma, war nutin to win, and ikwa, peace. Piatigusumuin is peace. Make sure kagwi kichina hook, they listen. Kanam tu tawachik, too many women ni chitisquiwa in the community utaskiwawa. Ayamana koniganiwak kama miskutage uma nutintuin ikwa yatagusumuin kagwi kichina hook kanam tuta tuchik michitisquiwak utaskiwawa. Number 8, so first the English sentence, learn about the many ways that women help prevent and end war and help rebuild communities after war. So learn about kagui kiskitamuk, too many ways. The many ways would be michi at this astiwa. So that woman, uhe isquiwak, again I kind of changed this, so uhe isquiwak, to help prevent kagui nagina, sorry. And would be equa, to end war, namuya ewa kanutinto. And equa, help is kawichita suchik, to rebuild. To rebuild, again, was another word where I had to get a hold of my mentors to make sure, because we don't have this word again, but the way we would say it is ki tuam iganachitachik. So that would be the kind of clean. So in our ways, kaganatitachik is to rebuild, with, I guess, because we don't have that word. Community sutaskiwawa. After war, kapunutinto mana would be afterward. Kagwigiskitamuk ni chitastiwa uhe iskwiwa kagwinaginagi ikwa namuya ewa kanutinto ikwa kawichita suchik kitam iganatita chik kutaskiwawa kapunutinto mana.